Hello everyone, this is David V. Mamina coming at you, and I thought I would make a video for two reasons. One, to thank Outstanding Creator Awards for their incredible honor that they bestowed upon me for the year of 2022. They named me and another author. It was a first place tie, and he seems like a very talented writer. I already ordered some of his books so I could read them for myself. We tied for first place for top author of 2022. And I would like to also put a link to him in my description below, so you can check him out too. But also, I want to introduce some of these books to you and also explain how important awards are for independent authors like me, essentially. Um, so first of all, I want to thank you very much, Outstanding Creator Awards. That was a great honor, and I don't take it lightly. I've worked very hard for most of my adult life with writing, and it's a craft. So I've improved over the years, and uh, I've learned a lot of tricks about editing and how to make it your best. I still haven't gotten down the marketing game. I'm a terrible marketer. I just, I'm too humble, sometimes maybe too shy, and it's a lot of work. So awards really give me the courage to get these books out because it shows they are good. They must be good if they're winning awards. Um, but the awards do a lot for me personally. Um, it shows recognition that what I've done matters, and it gives me greater courage to share these with you all because you deserve to love what you read, and I write these for you. I think I wrote them for me first because it was something in my heart that needed to come out into these pages, and then it's for you all to enjoy. So I'd like to introduce some of these award winners to you. I think I'm going to start with the grand champion, if I may. Uh, Please forgive the inverted text, but this is the Angels of Resistance. It's my dark fantasy two-part epic. It's a standalone, and he won a grand prize for fiction in 2022. He won best overall fiction book of 2022 in Outstanding Creator Awards. Very proud of it, and I'm so glad they enjoyed it. And for those of you that have read it or are reading it, I certainly hope you had and are having a great time with it. It starts out about 30 pages or so. You're starting to understand this is the world we're in, but I don't see anything profound yet. And usually into 30-page mark is when you start to see things explode and the story really takes off, and it never lets go, never holds up. It's my pride and joy. I put a lot of work into this, a lot of years, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, as they say. And if you work at a job you don't really like so much, it's stressful, but if you're working on something you really love, it's not stress, it's a passion. And that's what I have. I have a passion for writing. And this is one of my most proudest achievements. My next book uh, is Torn Asunder. Torn Asunder is a novella. It's a shorter novel. Again, please forgive the inverted text. And Torn Asunder is a historical fiction novel. So it takes place in the Middle Ages when the Templars have been decimated. And these Templars are in hiding, and they are essentially acting like, what's the word? They're bringing people to and from dangerous environments, and they're trying to protect them. And in this one mission, big mission, something unexpected happens to them, and a lot comes to light. And it's a great adventure. It's a short read, but I think it's one you'll really love. I think you'll fall in love with the characters almost immediately. What you think is a simple journey, what could possibly happen on this journey. But in escorting this young girl, they realize she's more than what she seems, and a lot of trouble comes with that. Great read, Torn Asunder. And then we have a young adult eccentric novel. This is also a novella. It's a very short read. It's called Paltronus. It is the name of this legendary character, this hero. It's sort of like a fairy tale, but like a dark fantasy twist to it. It's good for young adult readers or adults alike, actually. But what's unique about this book is it's told by a storyteller, and it sort of goes in and out. So she narrates it, but then you go into the story itself, and sometimes she breaks you out of it, and you're back in the hut where she is telling the story to all of her patrons. And you get to hear it from that perspective, but then you get into the story again to know more detail than what the patrons know. And it all sort of culminates into this very exciting finale. So Paltronus is another one of my favorites. And last but not least, here it comes. He's a big boy. This is Redeem the Night trilogy. That's right, there's 3 books in one in this one. Redeem the Night trilogy is another one of my passion projects. Takes place actually in the same world as the Angels of Resistance, except this is a bit earlier than this one. However, you don't have to have read this one to know what's happening in this one, and vice versa. You don't have to read this one to read this one. They're essentially in the same world, but they're standalones. So if you do choose to read them together, doesn't matter what order it is. There's no spoilers in that sense. But this is essentially about a holy knight, a paladin, who's accused of sins of vengeance, and he is punished by exile. And this book is essentially his journey in solitude to try to redeem himself. That's why it's called Redeem the Night. But as he is working to redeem himself, you start to understand the gravity of what he's done. And for some readers, they'll think that was not worth being exiled for. And yet, the more you read, the more you realize there's a lot in his past that comes back to haunt him. And there's a lot of heroes and villains that he will encounter, some from his past or some he just meets. Very relatable characters. It's a very exciting world, really. And it starts out in a really small environment, and it just grows from there. You learn what he learns, and his journey to redemption is yours too. So I'm glad I got to share these award-winning books for you. I'm very proud of them, and I'm going to keep pushing them. I'm going to try to market them as much as I can to get them out there more. I'm going to try to tailor them to specific audiences. But I would also like to thank you, the readers, for your support. You don't realize what it does to an independent author like me. There's a lot of writers like me out there who put a lot of great passion into what we do. And when readers experience that and they enjoy it, there's really nothing better than that. And it's not about the money. Some people go into it maybe for the money, and that's just not the right reason. I really haven't made a lot of money. It's really, it's like I said, it's something I do. I'm also a teacher. I teach kids in middle school and in high school, history, social studies. So this is the other life that I live, the writer life, the author life. And it's something that I believe is very important to who I am as a person. So when people ask what I do, recently I've been admitting I'm a writer, and I also teach and inspire kids as well. It's one and the same for me. So if you're a writer, keep writing. Write it first, outline what you're thinking your ideas are, put them on paper, and then edit it later. Um, but but don't give up. Don't get discouraged. I could have given up many, many times. Um, but don't do that. Keep researching, look up YouTube videos, ask questions, and really try to make a really good book. Have other people read it first, make the edits. Don't take any kind of criticism personally, and then try to make your book pass the test of getting awards. And the more awards you get, the more courage I think you'll feel. And if you find that courage, that can really give you the momentum you need to go forth into the world and to endeavor to get other people to experience the great work you've done. Thank you so much for reading my work. And if you haven't yet, I'll put the links down below of these books that you can check out and experience yourself. And my website will be there too. So thanks again, everyone. And I hope you have a lovely new year as we're going into 2023. And no matter what happens, we got to think positive and make the right choices for us and those we love. And that's how I think this world is going to be a better place going forward. Until next time, see everybody.